Hello everyone. Welcome back. I'm Boomy, and today we are watching Our Hermit Crabs OP by TierZoo. Yes, this is a suggestion by no one. Yeah, people just stop sending in suggestions, man. Sad. Nevertheless, we are watching this because I am very much interested. I've heard that hermit crabs have like a very hard shell relative to other shelled crustacean, so I'm interested to see how hard it really is. That's what she said. Not a lot here because again, if you're new here, I don't know a lot about animals or biology in particulars. Among all the fields of science, this is probably my least known field. So let's just go ahead and check this out. So remember, if you like my reactions, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below, and consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to leave your suggestions, please, if you have anything that you'd like me to watch, as long as it's not a tribute video, so that we don't get rained on by copyright claims. Leave them down in the description. That being said, no, not description, god damn it, in the comment section. That being said, let's go ahead and watch the video. Grouper versus Hermit Crab. Oh, what? They generate electricity? That's
At first glance, beaches
new.
may seem like one of the most relaxed, casual biomes in the entirety of the game. But upon further analysis, it becomes clear that beaches are just as intense a battleground as
Not
every
the
other
eye,
biome.
damn.
The fight for survival never stops, and so, of course, there have been a wide variety of strategies
no,
and builds
penguin,
that players have
no.
come up with to give themselves the best odds. In particular, the beach's lack of plant cover makes stealth strategies less effective, which in turn creates an essential need for other ways of avoiding attacks from predators, especially aerial predators. Crustaceans in particular are at a pretty big disadvantage.
What the
as
hell
they
is
don't
that, a
have the best
grouper?
terrestrial movement speed and don't fare very well in single
That's how we evolved into fishes. From fishes. There's already a species that's trying to survive on land.
combat against birds. However, there is one build that has developed a unique strategy to give itself better survival odds: the hermit crab. So, crabs as a whole aren't all that powerful. In fact, because of their extremely low skill floor, they're a bit of a noob trap, which is why you see so many cases of players speccing their characters into the exact same set of abilities, without ever actually becoming a dominant meta threat. Still, crab-like builds do tend to have decent base stats, particularly in the realm of defense and power. So with that in mind, you might be surprised to learn that hermit crabs are well below the norm in both of these areas.
That is
Compared to
bad.
similarly sized crustaceans, their crushing vice grip attack is nothing special, a little on the weak side in fact. And while most crustaceans have a tough, calcified exoskeleton that functions as sturdy armor against a variety of attacks, hermit crabs are one of the few crustacean builds with a very obvious unarmored weak point that can be attacked for massive damage.
Oh, I guess that's why they're called hermit crabs, because they don't actually develop a shell, right? So where do they get these shells? From other shelled creatures, I guess?
However, as you might have guessed, simply looking at the hermit crab's base stats is a bit misleading. The hermit crab's signature ability, Armor Scavenge, more than makes up for this weakness, as it allows the hermit crab to significantly boost its stats to levels that would be otherwise unattainable. The stat this ability's effects are most concentrated in is defense. While the hermit crab's defense stat is one of the
That's
lowest
a
in
lot.
the game when unequipped, as long as they've managed to secure a nice shell, their defense jumps to one of the highest in the game.
Okay, so from what I'm seeing there, they're basically equipment dependent, right? I don't know who you would compare it to when it comes to like an RPG sense. They're not an assassin. While, well, everyone in an RPG is equipment dependent, but obviously they're not attacking anything. So I don't know. I don't know who I can compare it to.
Essentially matching the stats of the shell's original owner. The most desirable shells are those of snails, though clam and scallop shells can
okay.
also do the job. As long as the hermit crab has found a shell to equip, it can block most attacks with ease. Normally, defense stats this high would require extreme investment of evolution points. and would necessitate some serious min-maxing in order to be viable. However, the Hermit Crab is able to maintain pretty well-rounded stats through the use of this ability. It's not just defense that can be buffed via the armor scavenge ability though. The wide selection of patterns and coloration available among different shells means that a Hermit Crab can pick and choose what sorts of environments they would like to receive a stealth bonus in. Smooth, lightly colored shells will offer bonus camouflage on the beach, while the darker, more jagged shells will offer better camo in reefs. Swapping between shells isn't the only way Hermit Crabs can augment their stats to fit their playstyle though. The
they have their own marketplace.
Stats even further. One particularly advanced technique is equipping sea anemones to the surface of the shell.
Oh, those are sea anemones.
On contact. This is
wow, that's interesting.
Tend to be pretty mediocre on their own.
So, just like the clownfish, they're using the sea anemones to like boost its defenses.
This isn't universally true, as the coconut crab, a variation of the hermit crab build, packs one of the strongest crushing grips in the entire game.
The coconut
Strong
crab.
Enough, in fact, that coconut crabs actually drop the armor scavenge ability once they reach size big enough to rely solely on their claws for defense.
Those are the big ones, right? That climb trees? Well, coconuts, I guess. Yeah, because, I mean, you don't get to be called a coconut crab unless you're probably strong enough to crush a coconut. Because I don't see crabs walking around in coconut shells.
However, this is an exception, and also something coconut crabs only unlock at high levels. Before that, their game plan is identical to regular hermit crabs, meaning these absolute powerhouses still rely on the armor scavenge ability in order to maintain meta relevancy. Upgrading the hermit crab stats with good shells and add-ons can make or break the viability of the hermit crab build. Unfortunately, securing a proper shell is becoming more and more difficult in the current meta. In part, this is due to the acidification of the ocean, which is a huge nerf.
It tears away at the shells
because it causes their shells to partially dissolve. And with less players spawning in as snails, this in turn means more competition for their shell drops. But on top of this, choosing a good shell is getting harder.
That's just sad to look at.
Garbage polluting all the best looting areas. Now, while hermit crabs are adaptable, and in some cases can even turn this into a win, plastic shells simply are inferior to the calcium shells dropped by defeated gastropods.
True.
But when the resource pool is constantly diluted with these low-quality drops, it's hard for builds with low intelligence, like the hermit crab, to consistently separate shell from trash. Ultimately, this is not a problem the hermit crab mains should be subjected to. And to be honest, compared to other beach-dwelling builds, hermit crabs have it pretty good. The abundance of garbage on beaches can be hugely damaging to less adaptable builds, and something needs to be done. This is why I joined Team Seas, an initiative started by some of the best creators on the internet. Our goal is to remove 30 million pounds of trash from the ocean, and to do that, we need your help. It's quite simple, really. Each dollar donated equates to 1 pound of trash deleted from these biomes, which is quite a lot of trash when you think about it. I mean, that's like 50 water bottles. There's a link in the description of this video that you can click on to either donate or read more about the plan's specifics. But you can also just tap this fancy new donate button if you're trying to speedrun your conservation efforts. TierZoo will also be donating to the cause, so I hope you'll join me in giving hermit crabs as well as dozens of other beach-dwelling builds the buff they deserve. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, good luck. Dozens of other will
let's check the... Yep, guys, if you want to go ahead, Team Trees is still going on. If you want to go ahead and donate, go to teamseas.org and help clean our oceans. I've actually donated $5 to this cause. I know it's not a lot, but I'm a very poor guy, so hey, I'm doing what I can. All right. Really good video. For what it's worth, their build, well, the hermit crab build works for itself. There's not really a lot, at least I don't think, he never mentioned it, but I don't think there are a lot of predators. Well, at least ones that we didn't see. Yeah, when it comes to the hermit crab, so they're basically just trying to survive for the most part. I mean, we did see a big grouper try to eat one with the sea anemone stuck on its shell. But aside from that, personally, I've seen a lot of hermit crabs on the beaches, but I've never really seen anything try to attack it. We have tried fishing with hermit crabs before. We deshell them and then um, fish with them. Not a lot of things going on with the hermit crab, except probably with a coconut crab. Those things can get enormous. Unless if I'm thinking about a different crab. Really good video, regardless, but that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Link to my Twitter is down in the description below. Go ahead and check it out if you want to. And if you're new here and enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below and consider subscribing. Again, leave your suggestions and what I should check out next. That being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all next time. Bye!